I'm Justin with ExtremeTerrain.com, and on this episode of Throttle Out, the Bronco invades SEMA. What's up, guys? Justin with ExtremeTerrain.com. We are here at SEMA 2021, where the Bronco is officially the star of the show. Guys, we're gonna be bringing you all the coolest rigs from this year's SEMA show, showing you what Ford's up to, some new products they're working on, but we got a lot to cover in a short amount of time, so let's get after it. Ford out front, SEMA 2021. It's always a hop-in spot for a lot of the Ford products. This year, it's all Bronco, so what do you say we head on in and check out what's going on? All right, guys, so it's no secret that the Bronco has taken center stage here at SEMA 2021 at the Ford out front area. And this is something new for this year, obviously, with the Bronco coming. They built an entire playground for the Bronco to showcase its abilities. What you're looking at now is this two-door going up Bronco Mountain. Check that thing out. Very, very cool stuff. They also have the trail turn area to showcase what that's all about in the deep sand. We have a washboard area, side hill, water fording, twisted ditch. They have all kinds of really cool stuff to, again, showcase the capabilities of the new 2021 Ford Bronco, giving people rides out here, and just a really cool way to build the excitement. All right, guys, I found it. I've been looking forward to seeing this one for the last couple of weeks, ever since we saw some images leaked on Instagram of someone finally doing it. Yes, we knew it was gonna happen. Our first solid axle swap for the front end of the 21 Bronco, done up by none other than the shop at Delfab. Check this thing out, man. Really, really sick build. Again, I just love the retro color scheme going on here. Big old Mickey Thompson Bajas. Check these boys out on 40s. Well, let's show you the money shot. There it is, guys. Dana 60 underneath the front end, as a lot of fans would have hoped this thing would have come with from the factory. Instead, they got the IFS, which I actually like for the road, but for the hardcore crawlers out there, the solid axle front is just simply the way to roll. So he's got obviously some armor stuff going on. We've got a winch up front. I just love this chromatic scheme going on. And there's some really cool light properties going on with this thing too. At night when the light hits it, it just kind of reflects in a very neat way. And I just dig the retro vibe. Let's check suspension on this monster, because we got a big old lift going on. As you guys can see, I would say at least 4 to 6 inches here in order to fit these 40-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Pros. I mean, just such a sick rig. Some sliders going on back here as well. Pardon the burnout noise. He also did the spare delete, which I actually really like. We got the spare in the back now, the big 40 back there, and just a really clean rear end. But guys, again, we knew the solid axle swap was a topic of discussion here whenever since Ford released the very first Bronco, and we saw that IFS front end. We saw a lot of people upset by that. Well, this is the aftermarket, man. You know people are gonna go ahead and make things happen. And the guys over at Delfab did that with this awesome rig. Easily one of my favorite rigs of SEMA 2021. Guys, every year the Ford booth is the place to catch all of the hottest builds, whether they're talking Bronco, Mustang, truck, you name it, they're showing it. So what do you say we hop in and take a look at what they got? All right, guys, we're in front of one of the rigs I had to check out here at SEMA 2021. My boy Vaughn Gittin Jr. and his Fun Haver partner Lauren Healy, they teamed up on the Fun Runner. Check out this two-door, completely badass. You got a nice combination of some of the RTR and Fun Haver parts working in unison to create this rig. So let's take a closer look at some of this stuff, guys. You got a very unique front end here, as you can see, with their unique front bumper and RTR grille. Got some of their lighting going on up here as well. As you can see, the Series 1, that's the stuff they actually run on their Ultra 4 rigs. But one of my favorite parts, look at their unique fender package, guys. This is a composite fender front and rear that's going to really allow you to get crazy with some offset. We got some RTR rock sliders going on, obviously the RTR custom badging and graphics package. So these are the RTR Tech 6. These are the true B-lock wheel from the gang at RTR, wrapped in the very awesome Nitto Trail Grappler. It's a 37-1250. Very unique suspension kit too. This is their long travel kit. that is unique to the brand, guys. Let's cruise around back though, because they have their unique spare tire carrier system and jerry can setup. Check this thing out. Of course, we got our RTR badging. One of my favorite parts though, guys, about this particular rig, check out the seating. Now, Vaughn back in the day built something called the Ultimate Fun Haver, which is basically an F-150 that was built to jump, drift, do everything. And in that truck, he had 5 Recaros. Well, he kept that going here with this particular rig as well. As you can see, really, really trick leather wrapped Recaro seats with the RTR badging and stitching up there. Check those out, very cool stuff. Really digging the grills. That's something Vaughn loves doing with his rigs. Of course, he has unique lighting going on. This is the unique winch capable bumper as well. Digging it. Fun haver, fun runner, well done. All right, guys, I'm here with Vaughn Gittin Jr., good buddy of mine, obviously from the Mustang world, RTR trucks a little bit, and now with the Bronco. Vaughn, SEMA 2021, the story is all Bronco, and you guys have had a lot to do with that.
The first time we showed up to Johnson Valley, we got in the truck, it was immediately like our mind was blown with the capability, and you know, it's a really, really out-of-the-box capable vehicle, but you know, guys like me and you, we want a bit more, so that's where RTR comes in, right? We've got full packages for Bronco.
You know, you can do a little bit of both, right? You can make it look better, make it perform better on and off road, and dude, the Fun Runner is sick, by the way.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Vaughn, thank you so much,
nice
man.
Great
seeing you.
Have fun, y'all.
Later. All right, guys, as a big fan of BDS lift kits, obviously they're one of the best in the biz, and when I got wind of what they were bringing, it was something I definitely had to check out in person because I saw a rendering of it and I didn't know exactly how it would go down, but check this thing out, man. They did something totally rad. They did like a half roof kind of throwback to the early gen Broncos on this 2-door, and look how badass that looks. So this is actually featuring their 4-inch BDS kit. This is something I was really excited to see in person. This is currently sitting on 37s, guys, which I think looks completely proper. Look at this little back half job they got going on. They got a roof rack up here, or at least a bed rack going on. The theme is fire rescue, so you got all your safety gear and your fire gear back here. But I just cannot get enough of this top. It looks like that rear window swings open, which is really cool. And I'm sure, looking at those panels, it's probably part of your factory Ford hardtop that can be removed as well. So again, 4-inch BDS coilover kit. Let's get a closer look here at the hardware. All right, there you go, guys. So it looks like you got a combination of a Fox coilover working with the BDS upper arm. Doesn't look like they got much else going on outside of that. So, you know, pretty simple but proven combination, right? Fox, BDS, I mean, they're one of the best in the game when it comes to lifting not only your Bronco, but obviously your truck and so forth. Really digging this front bumper as well. Check this out. A lot of the winch mount bumpers for the Bronco seem to be a bit kind of bulky, for lack of a better word. They stick out a good bit. Not this one, man. This one's really, really tight to the body lines. I like that. And then, of course, as you can see, you got your winch down here. Got your fair lead, all that good stuff. Good amount of protection underneath there as well. If you're gonna fight fires, it's one of the coolest ways to do so. All right, guys, so here at SEMA 2021, it's easy to get caught up in the over-the-top builds, the really bright, colorful things, larger than life. But as I get a little bit older, I realized, yeah, that stuff's cool, but would I drive it every day? Probably not. Something I would drive every day, though. Check this thing out behind me. Really, really sharp Bronco. It's built by the guys over at Baja Forged out in Johnson Valley. Really, really sharp olive green color. And what I love most about this rig, guys, is that there's some very subtle modifications going on. Really, really big fan here of their bumper design. The rigid lights are just so killer, of course. But check this out. Usually, like when you want to get rid of your flares, you got those ugly holes or you got to do something about that. Well, they custom form these fenders, both front and rear, to give you more of a clean look. And it's something that I'm really, really digging. This is just a plain old hard top here, guys. You got nothing too crazy in that regard, but there's just something so classy about this particular rig. And oh yeah, we're getting a lot of looks at some suspension options for the new Bronco here this year. But this particular Bronco, talking about suspension, we got the new Icon 3.0 kit for the 6th gen Bronco. Check that out. You got a combination of the really nice Icon hardware. You got their coilover and their upper control arm there. Looks really, really beefy. And we're also getting a look at the newer Recon Grappler tire from the guys at Nitto, wrapped around the Method wheels. So just a really clean build, guys. Big fan of this. This is Baja Forged bumpers, both front and rear. They got kind of that tubular design going on, which I like. Combination of like almost a sheet metal top with some of the tubes. Nice amount of offset here on these Method wheels, and just a super clean interior. I mean, there's really, again, this is something, you know, a SEMA quality build or vehicle that you could drive every day, pick up the kids. In the land of over the top, I would say the Baja Forged Bronco is something that really stands out. All right, guys, so we knew at the time of the launch, the Bronco had over 200 factory-backed accessories ready to rock and roll. Well, we're getting a good sense of what they all look like in person here at SEMA 2021. This is the Ford Outfitters off-road build featuring a lot of those factory-backed accessories. For instance, we got these tubular doors, which were one of my favorite parts. We saw them on the early concept rigs. Well, here they are. I mean, these are just really killer, and I cannot wait to see those out in the wild. We got a lot of the Yakima stuff, the roof rack, of course. These are the Ford Performance optional bead rings here for your beadlock wheels to turn them into a functional beadlock wheel. Been waiting to see this in person here as well, guys. This is the Ford Performance Warn winch and mount combination for your modular bumper. Something that wasn't available right away as these things started making their way to customers, but now that they've had a little bit more time to produce parts, we're seeing these on rigs, and it looks really killer. Again, you do get a little interference there with that front camera. There's really not much you can do about that, but it's a really clean setup otherwise. A lot of the rigid lighting going on here in your Ford accessory ready pockets for the A-pillars there. And of course, also we've got the rigid bar across the top. So again, if you're looking to shop the Ford accessory catalog for your 6th gen Bronco, want a better idea of how some of these accessories might look on your own rig at home, well, wonder no more. Ford brought out all their goodies and plopped them on this two-door for you. All right, guys, as expected, the big Bronco is certainly taking the spotlight here at SEMA 2021, but Ford did not forget to represent the Bronco Sport here and have done so in a couple unique different ways. First up, let's get a load of the LGE Bronco Sport Badlands. This thing's pretty sick. We also have some new suspension to talk about on this one. Icon Vehicle Dynamics. You can find them at extremeterrain.com. Of course, they got some killer stuff for the big Bronco, but also for the Sport as well. My favorite part about this particular rig, the interior, and of course the suspension and wheel and tire setup. But again, we got more Broncos to talk about, more sports here. This is built by CGS. They have a unique exhaust on this particular truck here, and including this flake on this paint job. Check this stuff out, guys. How crazy is that? Pretty modest build overall. I like it. Small lift, wheel and tire setup, and a killer paint job. Last but not least, we got the freewheeling Bronco Sport. This is going to showcase some more of those Ford-backed accessories, including your water accessory package here with the Yakima roof rack, small lift, and a very retro graphics package on this thing. So again, big Bronco is certainly the star of the show, but we can't forget about the Sport. Good news, Ford is finally dropping a V8 in the Bronco. Bad news, probably have to drop over $200K to get it. Check this thing out, guys. This is recently released. This is the Bronco DR. Now this thing's gonna be available in late 22, but basically what this thing is, hey buddy, fun getting Junior, no big deal. So everybody's here at SEMA, man, but what this thing is the Bronco Desert Racer, the DR in Bronco. This thing is basically a turnkey rig. So if you have a passion for running Baja 1000, but you don't have the millions of dollars to fund your own race team, well, Ford did you a solid and basically built you a race-ready rig right out of the box. So again, this is the DR, about 250 grand from what I'm understanding, guys. And this thing is ready to run the Baja 1000 basically right out of the box. You provide the fuel, Ford provides everything else. So this thing is powered by the Gen 3 Coyote, backed by the 10-speed automatic transmission. And it's gnarly, dude. Look at these Multimatic dampers under there. I mean, the suspension hardware is frankly unbelievable. So over 15 inches of travel up front, over 17 inches of travel in the rear. I mean, this thing is built for abuse. This thing is built for war to get you through the Baja 1000, which is exactly what that race is. If you guys didn't know, the most grueling off-road race in the world. And yeah, you want to do it? You can now. It'll cost you. Well, guys, that's going to wrap us up here. ExtremeTerrain.com from the 2021 SEMA show. We came, we saw, we showed you guys the baddest rigs of the show. And hey, we hope you enjoyed the ride. As always, guys, if you're digging our content here with the Bronco at ExtremeTerrain.com, we'd appreciate it. Give us a subscribe, like the video, and look forward to more content and product videos coming your way very soon. In the meantime, I'm Justin from Vegas. We're out of here. For all things Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.